Discount park tickets, $30 billion worth of park expansions, a brand new festival just announced, new menus at Disney World, and everything you need to know if you're visiting the parks this week. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. So crowds have arrived for spring break, but great vacation deals are on the horizon, not to mention more news about those major park expansions Bob Iger let slip a few weeks ago. We've got a lot to cover, so let's dive in. We're going to start with some ticket discounts for you. Disney World's just dropped 3 new ones. The 4-park Magic ticket gets you access to all 4 parks, 1 park per day. These start at $99 per day, so the total for all 4 days is at $396. Those prices do not include tax and can vary depending on the dates you select, so be sure to double check the prices for the days you want to go. This deal runs between April 2nd, 2024 and September 22nd, 2024. Disney also recently announced an all-new Florida resident ticket offer, Discover Disney tickets. You can choose from 4-day tickets for $59 per day, that's $236 plus tax, or 3-day park tickets for $73 per day, taking it to $219 plus tax. You can use these tickets anytime between April 2nd and September 28th, and they can be used on non-consecutive days. You can add on a Park Hopper option, a Water Parks and Sports option, or a Park Hopper Plus option as well. Finally, there's the specially priced 3-day, 3-park ticket. It's valid for admission to 3 of Disney World's parks, including Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Animal Kingdom. This one starts at $89 per day plus tax. That's a total price at $267 plus tax for all 3 days per person. You'll only be able to visit 1 of the 3 designated parks for 1 day's admission and must be used at a separate park each day. Park hopping is not included with this ticket type either. This ticket will also not be valid for admission to Magic Kingdom, so if you want to visit all the parks, that first deal I mentioned is going to be your best option. You'll need to start your first day's admission between April 2nd and September 24th, 2024, and all 3 days worth of tickets must be used within 5 days of your selected start date. We've got 2 meet and greets that are back in Animal Kingdom. Russell and Doug from Up are now meeting guests once again. You can find them on Discovery Island and the Wilderness Explorers Clubhouse, and you can find the times they'll be meeting in the My Disney Experience app. Interestingly, they're meeting separately. They're not meeting together, so just a heads up on that if you want to meet both of them. Disney announces $30 billion towards park expansions. We've already known that Disney's planning to spend some big bucks over the next 10 years to improve several parts of the company, including the cruise line and their theme parks. But now we know how that budget is going to get distributed. Disney shared an idea of where that $60 billion for, quote, experiences, unquote, will really go in the next 10 years. Looks like 50% of the budget, $30 billion, is going to the Disney parks and resorts. 30%, or $18 billion, to tech and maintenance, and 20%, or $12 billion, to Disney Cruise Line and other entertainment. Disney CEO Bob Iger previously stated that $17 billion will go toward Disney World in the next decade. Based on Disney's new breakdown, that could mean that Disney plans to invest 17 of that $30 billion in Disney World, and that would leave about $13 billion for the other parks and resorts. Of course, this budget could still change over the next few years, so we'll keep our eye out for new details. Barbara Buza, the president of Walt Disney Imagineering, recently posted on Instagram that she would be stepping down from that role. Buza, a licensed architect, was recruited by the Walt Disney Company in 2020. For now, it seems like she's handing over the reins to Bruce Vaughn, Walt Disney Imagineering Chief Creative Officer. Disneyland Forward is the large expansion proposal that Disney's been working on in Anaheim, California, that will update zoning beyond their current use for hotels and parking lots in order to expand their theme parks there. One of the biggest hoops Disneyland Forward needed to jump through was the Anaheim Planning Commission meeting, and after a 5-hour proposal hearing, the project passed with a 5-to-1 vote. So the Disneyland Forward project has moved one step closer to being approved, though there are still several steps before groundbreaking and expansion announcements can begin. Now, the newest map on the Disneyland Forward website gives some hints about what Disney might do with this expansion. The possibility of lands based on Neverland and others, similar to Zootopia Land at Shanghai Disney Resort, Rapunzel's Forest at Tokyo Disney Sea, and World of Frozen at Hong Kong Disneyland. Now, when you zoom even further into the map, it does look like they have conceptually designed the layout around 4 distinct lands. There's also a section on the south side that looks like it would be developed into something like Disney Springs, including new dining spots, retail options, and even new hotels. A new type of turnstile was recently installed at one of the entry gates at Disney California Adventure. The new option features a screen with what looks like a barcode scanner below, as well as a Magic Band Plus tap point, and the turnstiles have been removed, making it more in line with the entrances at Disney World's parks. So we'll see how that's going. They're just testing it for now. So Disney's announced that H2O Glow Nights are going to return at Disney's Typhoon Lagoon water park. This late night event is pretty popular, especially if you love a water park. Basically, H2O Glow Nights are like Disney's after hours events, but at Typhoon Lagoon. So during the event, you'll have access to shorter wait times for those slides, a DJ dance party, exclusive treats, and more. This year, the event's going to take place from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., but you can enter the park as early as 6. Just keep in mind that the after-hours festivities don't start until 8. Glow Nights are going to take place on select nights from May 25th to August 31st. Tickets will range from $75 to $85 or $60 to $70 for pass holders and Disney Vacation Club members. And Pixar Fest returns to Disneyland Resort in 2024. It's going to take place from April 26th through August 24th. One of the biggest draws will be the brand new Better Together, a Pixar Pals celebration parade in Disney California Adventure, and Disney just dropped some fresh concept art. This is starting to look more like a legit DCA festival as well, because they've got 6 food booths coming to this festival, and we've got all the names and all the information on our site, so stay tuned because we'll be reviewing everything when those booths kick off May 10th. So note, Pixar Fest starts on April 26th, but the booths don't open until May 10th, just a heads up. Although Disneyland usually will do a soft open the day before, so they might open on May 9th, we'll see. We've got a look at construction at Disney's newest island destination, Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. We got a peek at the cabanas, the barbecue with outdoor covered seating, and one of the tram stops with merch locations underway. Lookout Key is officially opening in June with sailings on the Disney Magic, Dream, and Fantasy. And speaking of cruises, Disney just released information for summer 2025 sailings. There are so many options for cruising with Disney in summer. You're going to find destinations in the Caribbean, Bahamas, and Alaska, along with cruises to the Mediterranean, Northern and Western Europe, and even transatlantic ones to get those ships all the way over there. Bookings for summer 2025 cruises will be opening soon, March 22nd. But it does depend on your Castaway Club level, so be sure to check our website to see when you can start booking. So we've got big news on the Disney World app. Dining reservations just got easier. To use the new feature, you're going to start by looking for reservations as usual. Press the plus button on the My Disney Experience home screen and select Check Dining Availability. You'll then choose your party size, start date, and time. Now, once the screen loads, you'll notice a new Check Availability for Multiple Days button beneath each restaurant. Once you click on that button, it'll direct you to the restaurant's individual reservation page. You can edit your party size, and then you'll need to select your date range. The calendar will show all the available dining reservations 60 days out, and when you select your first date, it'll show you a selectable range for you to choose from. You can pick up to 10 days at a time, and it will automatically select all the days between the 2 dates you choose. From there, you get the chance to choose your time again, and then availability will pop up below for each date in your chosen range, making it super easy to plan your park days around those hard-to-get reservations. The Character Restaurant 1900 Park Fare in Grand Floridian Resort is set to reopen on April 10th, and now we know how much that meal is going to set you back. The adult breakfast buffet is priced at $54 per person, while the children's meals are going to be $34 for ages 3 to 9. Dinner is priced at $66 per adult and $49 per child ages 3 to 9. And you're also going to be able to use the Disney dining plan here. Character meals and buffets can be a great use of those table service credits. Scat Cat's Club Lounge at Port Orleans French Quarter has recently changed up its menu, and we got the chance to try some of the new eats. There are 4 new items on the menu: the andouille nachos, the gumbo poutine, the spinach and artichoke dip, which is plant-based, and the shrimp beignet po' boy. That one replaces the oyster po' boy. Now, the gumbo poutine is $12 and topped with gumbo, cheese curds, and cheese sauce. These fries were loaded in gravy, and the cheese sauce was so creamy and cheesy. The cheese curds were nice, big chunks that added a squeaky and chewy textural element. Now, the andouille nachos for $13 are topped with andouille and red bean chili, cheese sauce, Trinity pico, and sour cream. The chips are corn tortilla chips. These were loaded down and got a little toppings heavy on the top layer, but the flavors were delicious and it was very spicy. The shrimp po' boy is served on a beignet bun topped with fried shrimp, lettuce, tomato, Cajun remoulade, and house-made pickles, served with potato chips, though ours came with fries this time for some reason. Now, it was day 1, so I don't know if they just didn't have chips ready to go. The The shrimp were juicy and a little bit crispy on the outside. The beignet bun was much better than we expected because it wasn't covered in powdered sugar, so it really just tasted like a particularly fluffy bread. Now, all of the dishes were flavorful and spicy, so do not bring your friend who can't handle a jalapeno. Otherwise, we'd come back for the food here again for sure. Note that some things have been taken off the menu, like the savory beignets with savory dipping sauces. Those are gone. You can still get the regular beignets. You can still get the boozy beignets, but those ones with like the pimento cheese and green goddess dipping sauces, those are gone now. But don't worry if you don't see the Mardi Gras fritters on the menu anymore. They have the same thing. They just changed the name to pimento cheese fritters instead. A little bit easier to understand kind of what you're getting. So the wings and the fritters on the menu are the same that they used to be. Get ready to greet, meet, and eat with Chef Manit Shawan at her new Disney Springs restaurant, Eat. This new experience is going to include a family-style meal featuring some of Manit's favorite globally inspired Indian dishes. There's going to be demonstrations and autographed merchandise available as well. This event in Disney Springs will take place March 19th, April 15th, May 13th, June 17th, and July 22nd, and it'll be $195 per person. A spring popcorn mix for $15.99 has arrived at the Main Street Confectionery in Magic Kingdom. This is caramel popcorn layered with M&M milk chocolate candies, crushed vanilla cookies, mini marshmallows, and yellow and white chocolate drizzles. There are also 2 layers of toppings, so you're getting pretty much everything in each bite. These popcorn mixes are big, so plan to share unless you have the world's biggest sweet tooth. Disneylanders, you've got one more week to visit this downtown Disney restaurant. We told you that Tortilla Joe's in downtown Disney would permanently close on March 31st, 2024, and Tortilla Joe's has now changed that closing date. The restaurant will now close a week later on April 7th. You'll be able to make reservations for Tortilla Joe's up through that date on the Disneyland app. Walk-in dining will also be available through its final day. So spring break is here and so are the people. Crowds have been building in Disney World, so plan for long lines almost everywhere if you're park bound this upcoming week. If you're looking to buy Genie Plus to help you skip some of those lines, expect prices to be reaching their high points of about $35 or more. You can also expect Genie Plus to sell out, so be sure to buy it early if you want to make sure you can. It goes on sale beginning at midnight each day. Also note that we've been seeing individual lightning lanes sell out for the most popular rides pretty early in the morning this week, so be prepared for that. Daylight savings time is having an effect on several rides and shows as well. Kilimanjaro Safaris and Animal Kingdom will be running a bit later than normal soon, starting on March 31st as the hours change to 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Happily Ever After in Magic Kingdom is starting at 8:30 p.m. now rather than 8 p.m. One ride in Animal Kingdom is back up and running after a long refurbishment though. Kali River Rapids opened again yesterday. We're looking forward to a pretty comfortable week temperature-wise with highs only around the upper 70s and low 80s, but bring your rain gear because most days next week have a chance of rain in the forecast. Disneyland has teased 2 new popcorn buckets, and if you're a collector, you'll want to be on high alert. Beginning March 19th, 2024, Disneyland is selling a new Chubby popcorn bucket inspired by Chubby, that little orange bird featured on the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway ride. And the new popcorn bucket can be found at the popcorn cart in Mickey's Toontown. As of right now, it's a Disneyland exclusive. And the Pizza Planet truck popcorn bucket will be available during Pixar Fest starting April 26th. The Disney Treasure won't set sail until the end of the year, but we've already got to look at some new merchandise coming to the ship. There's going to be a porcelain coaster set themed to the ship's bars and lounges. A mixology set will also be available inside a barnacle-encrusted case. The tools inside are also inspired by the Haunted Mansion Parlor, Skipper Society Lounge, and Periscope Pub. There's also a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea planter and Periscope Pub glasses, a jewelry set which includes a nautical-looking key necklace with the Society of Explorers and Adventurers logo and matching earrings, and a notebook featuring a similar motif. That's the news we've got for you this week, everybody. I know there's a ton going on. Happy spring break to those that celebrate. Now remember, if you want all the Disney news every single day, we will send that to you for free in our newsletter. The link to sign up is right in the description. You can cancel it at any time, but I think it's pretty useful. We got lots of information for you that goes out every day. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we will see you real soon.